chip I'd been given here now contained this Graham guy's ID. By the sound of things, Hobsworth was hard at work. I decided not to interrupt him. By the sound of things, Hobsworth was hard at work. I decided not to interrupt him. By the sound of things, Hobsworth was hard at work. I decided not to interrupt him. I figured it was best not to show Hobsworth the stolen scanner. Got something for you, Hobsworth.
Is that one of those meaty Watsons from the nice old gen over there?
You bet it is. Want one?
Oh, I'm not a sausage kind of guy, you know?
Like snack you can trust.
Looks like you're working pretty hard. Need a Spankles?
Oh, hey, man. That's super chill of you. But I'll just grab one myself when I pick up a thirst.
Would you like to hear a knack-verse joke?
Not really.
How do you make a sausage roll?
Listen,
Push it down an hill!
These were tough desert birds. Waving a crowbar around wouldn't faze them. Come on, big fella.
Make sure to visit today.
Come on, big fella.
Nut-verse sausages. Knock yourself out with a bite, Watson. Absorbency.
Come on, big fella. Come on, big fella.
can I be of assistance?
Excuse me.
How can I help, Citizen Graham?
Can I get inside the city here?
Not without a registered vehicle.
Thanks for your time.
Have a
The mini-Ks were not to be wasted. The gangs look mean and ugly. The U-chip I'd been given here now contained this Graham guy's ID. The console seemed specialized. The console seemed specialized. The console seemed specialized. The U-chip I'd been given here now contained this Graham guy's ID. Voxel was hiding out in the makeshift den. Me again. Can we talk some more?
Hi.
Thanks, Vox. Come on, big fella.
How can I be of assistance?
Come on, big fella.
sausages. Knock yourself out with a bite whilst they're fresh.
Error. UChip firmware outdated. Authority for vehicular access denied.
The firmware on my U-chip was out of date. I realized that I'd been sold a dud by Ember. The bridge seemed to be operated by some sort of hand scanner.
How may I be of service today?
Why won't the bridge open for my ID?
Your ID appears to be in order, Citizen Graham.
Said something about outdated firmware?
Ah, that explains it. Your U-chip firmware is outdated. The hand scanner on the bridge was recently replaced with the latest Union City technology. When did you last update your U-chip firmware, sir?
I'd say roughly never.
Dear me, that is rather unorthodox. Polite suggestion, please update your U-chip firmware at the next opportunity.
How can I update the firmware on my U-chip?
To update your firmware, please speak to one of our technical support greeters.
Greeta? Aren't you a greeter?
Indeed I am, just not the right greeter. I am not installed with firmware update software. Can't risk the Gaplanders getting access, can we, sir?
Yeah, right. So the only way to update my U-chip is inside the city?
That's right, sir.
But I can't get into the city without the update.
Exactly.
Why was I given an out-of-date U-chip?
Where did you obtain it?
At the immigration terminal, just over there.
Ah, I'm afraid that's an out-of-date U-chip dispenser.
Is everything around here out of date?
On the contrary, I'm proud to report we've just begun rolling out the latest U-chip technology in this area. In fact, the bridge is already running smoothly on a new system.
Just my luck. Shouldn't the bridge open for citizens?
It should, and it does.
Won't open for me.
Well, it would, if you'd updated your U-chip firmware.
Have a nice day.
In Union City, sir, there is no other kind of day.
Ember,
Hi again.
there's a problem with this ID you gave me. I tried the bridge, but it wouldn't let me through. Apparently my U-chip is out of date.
Oh, right. They had to replace the hand scanner recently. Must be running on new firmware, much newer than the crappy U-chips from that old terminal.
What happened to the old hand scanner?
No idea. Why would you even ask that? I didn't take it. Shut up.
Either way, the ID you gave me doesn't work.
Hey, listen, guy. The ID is tip-top. It's your U-chip that's the problem. It's old. Like you.
Well, have you got any newer replacements?
Nuh-uh. That U-chip is in you now. It stays there. You'll need to run an update, but my guess is you can only do that inside the city.
And without the update, I can't get across the bridge. I appear to be at an impasse.
Yikes. Well, that ain't good. Could maybe hack the bridge, but... Nah. Never mind. Forget I said anything.
Remind me, what's wrong with the bridge?
Well, the bridge is fine. It's your U-chip that's the problem. That immigration terminal is old, whereas the bridge is, well, new.
And there's nothing I can do?
Other than hack the damn thing? I doubt it.
Did you say hack?
Okay. So you know how everything here runs on Minos?
Minos? Surely that's not based off the old Link system.
That's right. When they upgraded, they dumped the old Link tech. Smart shoes, smart toasters, smart light bulbs, smart fridges. Minos makes everything smart, smart, smart. Except the humans. Anyway, you know how Hobbsworth is always pointing his scanner at stuff?
Yeah?
That's his Minos scanner. Minos scanners let guys without any smarts figure out how machines work. Old Hobbsworth has all kinds of safeguards so he can't mess things up more when they break. But with a few modifications...
Can you do more than just diagnose Minos machines?
Much more.
Could I borrow your hacker? Is that a no? Could I maybe trade you something for your hacker?
Honestly, probably not.
Okay, so if you won't trade me for that hacker, could you make me one?
For a price, and a whole lot of inconvenience.
What do you mean?
For starters, you need one of Hobbsworth's Minos scanners. You get me one of them, and then we can talk about next steps.
You mean this thing?
Oh, you found one already? Where'd you get it?
It was just lying around in Hobbsworth's hut.
He really should be more careful. Right then. Let's see what else you've got in that bag that might be worth my time, trouble, and effort.
This scanner?
That just turns into the hacker. What are you giving me to do the actual job, pal?
Oh, right. I don't know if you can use this, but how about this finger?
Okay, creepy. Let me take a look. Whoa. Okay, this is some serious kit. The micro actuators alone are worth a bundle.
So it's a deal then. You'll hack this scanner, and the finger is yours.
You betcha. Pleasure doing business with you. Meet me at my workbench when you're ready.
Seemed Ember was some sort of tech scavenger.
All right, one Ember grade Minos hacker.
Thanks. So how do I use this thing?
You activate scan mode, obviously.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, well, that's the easy part. Now follow me. This is how I find hidden systems. They're all over the place. There you go. One just popped into range.
Okay, what do I do now?
Use the big button at the top. Duh. Right, so this here is a diagnostic view of Minos.
Looks like it runs the vending machine.
No kidding. See those task nodes? The darker ones?
Yeah?
Well, unlike Hobbsy's little vanilla scanner, my hacker can swap them round. So let's see how smart you are. Want to give me an infinite supply of spankles?
Museum of History presents the Piermont Collection, Relica of Yesteryears. Make sure to visit today.
Thanks, bro. You trying to get me arrested?
Koala Couples is proud to announce Cardinal Frog and Sister Toad. Complete your collection today. Introducing the new Wonder
You did it!
2.0. New
You're smarter than you look.
technology keeps the mock
Okay, apply the hack and you'll be good to go.
Wonder Mock, now 10% more absorbency.
All right, mate? Figure the rest out yourself. Oh, and try not to do anything too stupid, eh?
please. But despite you being a valid user, we have decided to not dispense on this occasion.
At least I felt validated.
Monica does the same for your pesky germs. The Ministry of Wellbeing Reflection Spa, a luxurious haven to reflect on what it means to be a part of the world's greatest city.
It was a grumpy-looking maintenance droid. Excuse me?
Citizen Graham, you are not authorized for this area.
I just wanted to ask some questions.
Oh, yeah? Well, I'm a 4YR droid. And 4YR droids are programmed to ask questions, not answer them.
Have you seen a boy called Milo?
Gaplander or citizen?
Gaplander.
All Gatlanders look the same to me.
He's quite young and about this tall?
Repeat, all Gatlanders look the same to me.
So you can't help me find Milo?
No.
Do you know anyone else that might be able to help?
You tried asking a human. They answer questions.
Depends what you're asking. 2CU looks a little newer than you.
That's right. Supposed to be more socially orientated. I'd like to see her try and fix a bent shaft.
You're not like that other droid across the bridge.
You mean 2CU? That little jumped up Tim Pop voice box. That's all she is.
And you're a better model?
Better, older, tougher, more reliable. Underneath this steel skin lies the beating heart of a 13.7 volt power cell.
Wow.
Old tech, you see. Tested. Solid. Whereas that flying volleyball over there runs on solar. Sun goes down, she's useless. But me, I can go all night long.
What is it you're doing here?
I recycle. Cans, mostly.
What happens to the cans?
First, they get compacted. Then they go down to the recycling center.
Then what?
Well, they get recycled. Turned into stuff.
What kind of stuff?
Important stuff. Really, really important stuff. So I've been told.
You mentioned a power cell?
Correct. I run off a 13.7 volt power cell.
Really? Would it fit in a truck?
It would fit in older models.
Like that truck over there?
Might do. Looks old enough.
What's beyond that door?
A corridor.
And after that?
The city.
Okay. And how do I get in?
You don't.
Why not?
Because you are a pedestrian. And doors do not open for pedestrians.
But they open for vehicles?
Yes, because it is a vehicle entrance.
How can I get through those doors?
They only open for registered transit vehicles.
Thanks.
Bye.
Industrial fumes pumped out of the spinning exhaust fan. The pressure plate appeared to trigger the crane mechanism. The conveyor appeared to be part of a waste recycling system. The pressure plate appeared to trigger the crane mechanism. The large chute appeared to be part of a recycling process.
Warning. This entrance is strictly vehicle only. All pedestrians...
Those guns look like they meant business.
Warning. Extreme measures will be taken against non-compliant pedestrians. Alert. Pedestrians now have only 10 seconds to comply. Lethal force authorized. Alert. Pedestrian engage in hostility control measures. Unacceptable cargo detected. 4Y, our unit has been alerted to solve the problem.
You outdated scrap pile! I am the unacceptable cargo! Let me down! You're risking the future of all the little kids!
I had a charged power cell. It was a grumpy-looking maintenance droid. Your truck needs a new power cell.
Like a cheese sandwich needs chutney.
Here, this should do the trick.
Is that a new power cell? Juiced up? You beautiful man! How did you do it?
Well, it all started with a dead man in the desert.
I'm gonna stop you there, chum. Any story that starts with a dead man is best kept to yourself.
Hey, any chance of a lift into the city?
Typical. No one ever does anything from the goodness of their heart these days.
I just figured that...
Oh, all right. Up in the back. You earned it. Word to the wise. I'm only going as far as the delivery depot. You'll have to find your own way into the city from there.
Sure, I'll improvise. You sure it's safe back here?
100%, lad.
I'll take your word for it.
Just watch out for me neck bursts. I've lost enough business already.
far as I could take you, I'm afraid. You can catch a monopod into the city from over there.
And where are you going?
Straight to cargo. Gotta get these babies
Quarantined?
distributed.
Thanks for the ride, Wendell. Maybe see you again.